With Doubtnut, get instant video solutions to all your maths, physics, chemistry, and biology doubts. Just click the image of the question, crop the question, and get instant video solution. Download Doubtnut app today.
Okay, so the given question here we have is an ellipse passes through the focus of the hyperbola, which is what? X square by 9 minus of what? Y square by 16 equals to what? 1. And its major and minor axes are basically what coincide with the transverse and conjugate axis of my hyperbola. Okay, ellipse basically major and minor axis, and the product of eccentricities given to me ellipse and hyperbola is what? Basically 1. If L and L dash be the length of the semi latera recta of ellipse and hyperbola, okay, then we have to find the value of what? L into L dash. Okay, so first one, this is what my solution part is given to me. So what it says, what is the equation of hyperbola as given to me in the question? So equation of my hyperbola given to me in the question is basically x square by 9 minus of what? Y square by 16 equals to what? 1. Right, this is the equation given to me. So now what I'm going to do here, in the general equation of hyperbola, this is what? X square by a square. So I'm going to take a rather than writing a square here. So this is but my 9 here. I'm going to use a1. So a1 square is basically 9. So I can say that a is what? A is basically 3. Right, just remember these values here. Also b1 square, this is what my b1 square, so b1 square is basically 16. So b1 value is what? Basically 4. Okay, these are the values I'm having now. So after this, so apart from this, now question says that conjugate and transverse axis and major minor axis, okay, these are also same here. So I can say that first one is what? My conjugate and transverse axis, my transverse, okay, axis, they are lying on what? Coordinate axis. Okay, so I can say that these are the part of my coordinate axis here. Similarly, major and minor are what? For ellipse, we can know that this is what? My major, just let me correct it here. So this is what? My major axis here, first one. So I can say that major and minor axis of ellipse, major and minor axis. Okay, these are also what? These are my on the coordinate axis. These are on what? My coordinate axis. Okay, so after this, what question says that? It says that an ellipse passes through a focus of the hyperbola. Okay, ellipse passes through focus of the hyperbola. So first one, what I'll do, I'll find the focus of hyperbola. But before writing focus of hyperbola, let's take my equation of ellipse. Let's take my equation of ellipse is basically what? This is my equation of ellipse. X square by a square plus of what? Y square by b square equals to what? 1. I'm taking here a and b. That's why I've took a1 and b1 previous. Okay, so from this I can say that this will become about x square by a square plus y square by b square equals to what? 1. So now what will I do? I'll find the focus of hyperbola. So just let me write down here. Focus of hyperbola will be focus of hyperbola. Okay guys, so this one will become what? We know the coordinates of focus hyperbola is what? Plus minus of a1 e dash. Let's take high sensitivity value as e dash comma 0. Right, this is the focus. So what we have to do before, we have to find the value of e dash. So first one, e dash, or we can say, let me correct it here, this should be my e dash, not e1. So e dash is basically eccentricity of my hyperbola, and do we know the formula for this one? Exactly, the eccentricity formula is basically what? For in case of what? My hyperbola, in case of hyperbola, this is what? 1 plus b square by a square. So I can say that e dash is basically equals to what? 1 plus b square. Okay, 1 plus b square by a square, and this is what? Within the roots. So we know the value of what? Not b dash. In that case, we are having b1 and a1, right? So I can write here that e1 is equals to what? So what is the value of b1? b1 is what? Basically we know already value. b1, if I go to the top, okay, b1 square is 16 and a square is what? 9. So this will become 16 by 9. So in that case, this will become 25 by 9 taking the LCM, and they have root. So e dash value basically what? So e dash value will be my 5 by 3. Okay, this is what? 5 by 3. So in that case, I can do one thing. What is the focus coordinate will become now? So focus of hyperbola, focus of what? Hyperbola. So this one will be plus minus of what? a1 e dash comma 0. So what is the value of a1? a1 we already know, which is 3. So this one will become plus minus of 3 into 5 by 3 comma 0. So this will become what? This will give me focus of hyperbola as what? So focus of hyperbola will be f comma 0. Okay guys, so this is the focus of what? My hyperbola. Let me write down here, hyperbola. Now question says that, what question says, that ellipse passes through what? Ellipse passes through a focus of the hyperbola. It means that ellipse, the curve of ellipse is what? So basically ellipse curve what? X square by a square plus of what? Y square by b square equals to 1. This point should satisfy this equation because ellipse is passing through this curve. So I can say that this will become what? At plus minus 5 comma 0. Okay guys, so this will become what? 25 by a square I can say. So 25 by a square plus of what? 0 by b square equals to what 1. So from this I'm going to see the value of a square is what. So a square value is 25. So from this a value is what 5, right? I find the value of a square and a. So now what I have to do, I have to find the value of b somehow. So what I can do now here, okay guys, you can notice the product of eccentricities of ellipse and hyperbola is what given to me as 1. Okay, so first one, let's take e as my eccentricity of what, my ellipse. Okay, this is the eccentricity for my ellipse. And what is the formula for this one? This is the ellipse here. The formula for this one, e, is basically under root of what? Under root of my 1 minus of b square by a square. Right, remember this thing. 1 what? Minus of my b square by a square. Okay, so apart from this, question says the their product a into e dash is equals to what? 1. E dash is the eccentricity of hyperbola, which is what? 5 by 3. So I can say that e is what here? Under root of 1 minus b square by a square. Okay, and this is what? Into 5 by 3 equals to what? 1. So now if I square both sides, before doing squaring both sides, let me put the value for a square. So what is it of a square? So a square is 25, so 1 minus, also I can say that 25 minus b square by 25. Why? Because I'm taking a LCM after it, right? A square taking as LCM equals to what? 3 by 5. Now I'll square both sides, so this will give me what? 25 minus b square, and here I have what? 25 equals to 9 upon 25, right? So 25 cancel out. So I'm going to see the value of b square is what? So b square value will be 25 minus of 9, which is what? This will become 25 minus of 9 will be what? This will become 16. Okay, so from this b square is 16, so b will be what? 4. So just remember these two values here. Now I can easily find the value of what? Now I can easily find the value of my ellipse equation. So ellipse equation is basically x square by a square. A square is what now? Okay, let me write down here. First one, y square by b square equals to 1. We find the value of a square is what? 25, and b square of 16. So this will become, equation of ellipse will be what? X square by 25 plus y square by 16 equals to what? 1. This is the equation of ellipse I am having. Now what question says? Question says that I have to find the product of what? Semi-lattice rectum of ellipse and hyperbola, which is what? L into L dash. So first one is what? Ellipse L is the semi-lattice rectum of my ellipse. So let me write here that length of semi-lattice, okay, semi-lattice rectum of ellipse is what? Or we can say this is what? L is equals to, not 0, let me correct it. L is basically equals to, this part is basically equals to what? B square by a. Okay, so I can write here that this is equals to what? B square by a. Okay guys, so from this, do we know the value of what? B square exactly? My B square is what? 16, and a is what? 5. So in that case, L is what? L is basically 16 divided by 5 I have. Now what I have to do? I have to find the value of what? Semi-lattice rectum of what? Exactly. In the case of hyperbola. So length of semi-lattice rectum, okay, length of semi-lattice rectum of hyperbola. Okay guys, hyperbola. So this is basically what? This is my L dash here. This is equals to b1 square by a1. This is what? My b1. So what is the value of b1 if I go to the top now? So b1 square is 16 and a1 is 3. So this is what? Again, L dash will be 16 divided by 3. Now what I have to do? I have to find the value of L into L dash. So let me write down here L dot L dash. Okay, this has become 16 divided by 5 with the product of 16 divided by 3. Okay, so from this we are going to see this value is what? 256 divided by 15. And this is the answer for what? L into L dash. So L into L dash is the possible answer we are looking for, which will come out as what? Which is coming out as 256 divided by 15. So this is the answer we are looking for. Now if I go to the options, which option is correct? Exactly, option number B is the correct option we are looking for.
For class 6 to 12, IIT JEE and NEET level. Trusted by more than 5 crore students. Download Doubtnut app today.